Hello and welcome fellow gamers, my name is Borek and this is another episode of Showcase Empyrion Galactic Survival. In today's episode we will focus probably on one of the CVs, and also I would like to show you guys how to spawn in ships from blueprints from the creative mode into the survival game mode. And to do so we will be using the alpha version 2.0.3, which is most up to date, and I know that alpha 2.1 is going to hit pretty soon because today I've just seen some spoilers of it. Really cool, and I can't wait when we will be able to play it. But in version 2.0.3 this is how you spawn in blueprints from creative into the survival game. So I'm sorry in advance for the HUD of my recording software over there. But without further ado, let's start a new game and we will go with the creative mode, and let's name it for the sake of that's not how you spell it, that's how you spell creative. So let's name the game creative. It's gonna be in creative mode, start location on Aqua. So let's get going. This spawning thingy above has been in the game since pre-alpha, and it still works. Okay, so we're in our lovely gameplay, lovely creative mode. So let's pause for a minute and let's alt tab into your home, not home but PC version. If you haven't noticed, well, my beautiful English accent doesn't tell you that I'm not from the England, but yeah, anyway, this is your main computer, right? So the folder you would like to find is your Steam library, where you have all your games installed, especially Empyrion, because that's what we want. So the Steam library, Steam apps, common, Empyrion, then saves, then game. So yeah, Empyrion, saves, games, and there you have all your save games that you have saved. Yeah, and we want to go into the creative, which we have just created, and over here there are a couple of folders, and what's most important is the shared folder. And over here we have a list of every single POI, structures, capital vessels, small vehicles, hover vehicles that we do. So in the creative mode we have one base and one CV, which are obviously in the game. It's this base and this CV over there, right? So let's spawn in one of the ships. I'm gonna go with the Hunchback, capital vessel made by Draxis, a buddy of mine. So let's spawn that big ship over there. Boom, and there we have it. And what cool about spawning in stuff is that I just pressed G and went into the good mode. So if we open. So if we go into, for example, this capital vessel, well, I'm not gonna go with full of it because we will go through it as a normal showcase. But being in creative, when you press H you get the creative menu, and for example you can search for fuel packs and right click to add one into your inventory, and left click to add a whole bunch, like 99. Yeah, okay. So then all you need to do is go into the control panel of the ship, and let's find those fuel tanks. Where are those? Yeah, over here. So we have fuel tanks, and we can add a shit ton of fuel into them, as many as you like, different. For example, let's do it like fuel, let's take those as well and those as well, and then we will add small ones, hydrogen over here, and the normal small ones, double click, normal small ones over there. So we have two fuel tanks filled with large fuel packs, one is filled with hydrogen, and one is filled with normal fuel packs. So the same thing applies to the guns. For example, miniguns uses 15mm bullets, and there are plasma guns on this ship as well. So we need 15mm and plasma charges. So if we go over in here, 15mm, let's add a bunch, and the plasma CV PL charges, where are they? CV, let's add some more. Unfortunately, from the creative mode it goes into your hotbar, but it's not a big deal. All you need to do is switch those things and then put them, in this case weapons, ammunition. All you need to do is put it in your ammo box, and basically that's it. Now if we leave the game like so, and then when we go back into our folder, creative folder and shared, where all the POIs and objects in the game such as vehicles, you can see that there is a CV player 5. The new folder, the new vehicle has been created or added into the game, spawned into the creative game, and each folder like base, CV, SV consists of 4 different files, and this is really important. Now we have spawned into the creative mode this capital vessel with shit ton of things in there, and when we go back into our survival game, as you can see, that's called survival test. Okay, so let's load that game. This is just for testing reason. For the sake of this video, I have landed once more on Aqua, and I have a CV starter over here. You may be wondering how I spawned that in. Well, how did I get that? Well, all you need to do is press console key and type item menu, and now it is available. So in the item menu, and you have seen that there is an item menu enabled now. So all you need to do is press H, and there you have it, creative menu in survival game mode, and starter. There you have, you can spawn in stuff over here. I mean the blocks and stuff like that. All you need, all you want, you can spawn it in. I'm not using that on my gameplay because that would it's also some sort of a cheating, but it lowers the gameplay. So it's always better to produce stuff on your own, or get stuff from bases and drones as well, because that's fun. And if you use too much of that creative menu in your survival game, be aware that you will lose interest into the game really quickly. So don't use it too much and too often. And by the way, there are no epic things in the creative menu. At least I haven't found any. For example, like shotguns. No epic shotgun, so I don't know how they are marked, if they are marked in the creative menu, but it doesn't add much to my gameplay. Anyway, so we have this capital vessel starter placed over there, and if we quit the game and then go back to your computer, to the games folder, there is a survival test save game, and in the shared folders, as you can see, there are already POIs in my game. Probably they were close to my landing area. So yeah, these are things already in the world. Well, maybe they are by default in survival game added, like Epsilon Fortress. Is that P1 Fortress? I have absolutely no idea. I would like to check that out. But as you can see over there, there is also a CV Player 45, which has for those files which I mentioned about earlier on. And when you will be playing for longer time, for example, that's my backup, you can see that there are asteroids in the asteroid belt and bases, 1, 2 my bases and other stuff that I have created, seen or raided. They are all over here. Right, so let's go back into here, the survival game. So as you can see, these guys are already inside the game, and pretty much they will be for sure on your map. So let's move into the games folder, to the creative mode, shared, and the CV that we have created. All you need to do is select those guys, copy them, Control C or just copy, then go back to your survival game, to your shared folder, and to this CV folder that we have just created. And as you can see, the date of modification, it's really important, because sometimes you may spawn in a couple of or create a couple of base starters, CV or something like that, and you might be wrong. You need to really watch out what you are replacing with. So we will go into the CV. Let's Control V, copy and change all the files from here, and now CV that we have created in this creative mode should be in the survival test. So let's check it out. Let's see how it did work out, and if it did worked out. I hope it did, for the sake of yay! Oh shit! Yeah, so sometimes you may have a few problems, of course, with blueprints glitching in, but as you can see, we have full working capital vessel. And actually, let's see. Unfortunately, spawning in, the same as making stuff in factory, ungroups all the items. So you want to group those items, and let's go into the ammo box. And as you can see, they are all in. The things that we have spawned in, they are all in. The same goes with the fuel tanks. So we should have 2 fuel tanks with large packs. This is large as well. One with hydrogen, bada bing bada boom, there we have it. And the last one with, no, where did it go? Oh, this is the small fuel packs. So it's all there, as you saw, it's all there, nice and dandy. I think, no, I'm sorry about that. So our guns, let's actually activate them. Turrets, they are all active, so that's great, that's good. So using a moment, let's go into the good mode to fly around the ship, and let's use this moment to appreciate a awesome design made by Draxis, as I said, a buddy of mine, who has been making a really nice vehicles for me. And this is actually, as I said, Hunchback, really awesome capital vessel made for transportation of small vehicles and hover vehicles as well. So this is the place where you can have your SVs docked, and this is docking station for hover vehicles. Oh yeah, we can go through the doors in the God mode. So as far as I know, as you can see, it's relatively flat. So if you land this vehicle on the flat surface, there should be no problem whatsoever of you getting on the ship, because there are nice ramps. The ramps are all marked, so you don't hit anything. The ship itself is secured with a shit ton of guns, as you can see. I don't know if these guns can shoot each other. I'm afraid that this gun might shoot off this gun and this gun if the enemy would be up front. But yeah, that's how the game rolls. Unfortunately, the turrets doesn't recognize the dangers. And over here there are rocket launchers as well, some turrets, and there is a plasma gun down below for your manual protection. So let's just level this bad boy. Let's use it. Let's actually go a bit higher. It moves like crazy. It goes like boom, 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 boom in each direction. In each direction. So it's very, very agile. That might be even a bit agile for me as well. But this is what I was talking about. Sorry, Mr. Raptor. So you can land this bad boy. It's not completely. It's not fully, as you can see, balanced, but that's how it goes in the game. So over here up front, we are still moving sideways. Shit, that's not good. Let's get off the god mode. Let me just actually level this ship so it doesn't move. Let's go like that. Okay, now it should be nice and dandy. So let's go out and let's see what this ship has. So as you can see at the front, in the neck, let's say that's a neck of the ship, there is a nice farm with all the nice stuff that you will need for your voyages, leading from actual hangars, because they're, oh shit, that's loud as hell. But as you can see, if we enter from the hangar, the hover vessel hangar, we will enter the central part of the ship where all the goodies are installed. What the hell is wrong with that dino? I have absolutely no idea. So the constructor is here. Normal constructor. No, that's not even advanced constructor. That's cool. O2 stations for oxygen. Ammo box is over here. It's not hidden. You have access to everything. The fridge, the food processor, all the things that you need are over here. So if we go from here, we should go up into the landing spot of the small vehicles. And that's really, really awesome. So let's actually use this opportunity and shoot down some bad guys. So let's take this beauty for a bit of a spin, and let's see how it can handle drones in the nearest vicinity. Right, so let's go into the third person view. What kind of thrusters? 28 thrusters. That's a shit of thrusters. As you can see, only directional thruster, because I know Drax loves those. And actually 2 RCSs. That's enough. Well, I'm impressed. I'm impressed about this, but well, it moves like crazy, to be honest. It moves like crazy. It doesn't move that fast because, well, we are in the atmosphere. But let's go and find some drones, and for that the best command is to use is map to see what to show us what's on the map, where it is, and it will stay there until you completely restart the Empyrion, the game. You cannot shoot this weapon. Well, I can shoot the minigun. So there we go. Let's land and let's spend that minute to destroy that stupid ship. Well, it takes a while because it's a hard mode. But there you have it. it did relatively well. Although I don't like flying CVs on a planet, they are too big. The distances are still something that the developers need to work on, but this is it. The Hunchback. Hunchback? Hunchback, yep, that's the Hunchback. And you need to be level 15 to unlock it. It doesn't take so many resources all to all. If you don't want to spawn in from the creative, if you want to build it from the factory, well, this is what you need. 2000 iron ingots, 800 cobalt, almost 800 copper, and the same silicon, satium 230, neodymium 112, growing plots, some sascosium and erestium, and these are needed to make a advanced constructor, as far as I know. So okay guys, that's gonna be it for today's showcase episode. I hope you enjoyed it. We only did one capital vessel, well one vessel, but I hope you now have the basic idea how to spawn in ships in the survival using creative mode. But to be honest, don't use it if you don't have to, because you will just lose all the fun of the game that it provides, and it's really beautiful. And one more thing, I have completely forgot about it yesterday. I wish you all my subscribers and viewers from the US, I wish you all the best in on the Independence Day. I hope you didn't fire too many fireworks, and you're all okay and all right, and you didn't drink too much beers. So I hope I'm gonna see you around in the next episode. So you know what to do. Leave a like, thumbs up, comment about the gameplay, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and view some other videos that are on my channel as well. I wish you all the best, and I hope I see you around in the next episode. So till then, take it easy, have fun, happy gaming.